Omarosa Manigault Newman will no longer be working at the White House. Pablo Martinez MonsivaisAssoc Press. We don't know what exactly Omarosa Manigault Newman did at the White House, but we do know the number one skill she brought to the table: being fired. Donald Trump has now axed her 4 times on The Apprentice in 2004, on The Celebrity Apprentice in 2011 and 2013, and on Tuesday evening. She is really good at getting canned. Maybe her true purpose was to remind America of the time when Mr. Trump was popular because he fired people like her, including her. The Trump administration clearly looked at Doug Jones' victory in Alabama on Tuesday and decided to reach out to black female voters by firing one. This is consistent with Mr. Trump's previous attempts to bond with black voters by not allowing them to live in his apartment buildings, coming up with new ways to suppress the black vote, and threatening to send the National Guard to the south side of Chicago. In fact, Mr. Trump is probably sitting around right now drinking Diet Coke, in TV, and dreaming up a plan to make Jeff Sessions hold every black voter's hand in the voting booth while whispering sweet nothings about the Ku Klux Klan. When Steve Bannon got fired, people cheered. When Anthony Scaramucci got fired, people laughed because most of us have had bouts of flu that lasted longer than he did. But now the Trump administration is giving me a chance to relax during this stressful holiday season by firing someone I can feel neutral about. Ms. Newman's official was Director of Communications for the White House Office of Public Liaison, but she was better known by a that reflected the breadth and depth of her job responsibilities: Director of Nothing. Her firing puts the White House in a real jam. Who in the administration is going to do nothing now? Traditionally, the position of Director of Nothing in a presidential administration falls to the Vice President, whose main responsibility is standing around waiting for the president to die. But Mike Pence left an NFL football game a couple of months ago, so his resume's too. Given that Ms. Newman made FEMA White House staff a salary of $179,700 a year, it's clear that Director of Nothing is too important a position to go unfilled. Ms. Newman was theoretically supposed to do African American outreach. Without her there, no one will do nothing to reach out to black people, which is a huge loss for everyone who was dedicated to Ms. Newman's particular style of ignoring African Americans. Ben Carson ignores black people, but he doesn't do it with the same level of intrigue. Now Mr. Trump's going to have to celebrate Black History Month by issuing a few misspelled tweets and falling asleep in the middle of everything Ben Carson whispers without Ms. Newman there to do nothing next to the two of them. Even though Ms. Newman didn't do anything during her time in the White House, it would still feel weird if she didn't write a book about it. Can't wait for her upcoming memoir, What I Did in the White House, which reviewers will call a riveting collection of blank pages. Until then, we can have a good time imagining the blank or goodbye cards the other White House staffers probably sent her after melting down in frustration that Hallmark doesn't have cards that say, "Why are you here?"